Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the visiting team.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between our visitors and the New York Giants. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Bishop, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And Lance now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. On 1st down, it's Bishop, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. They run the counter. It's Bishop. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Lance. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Reeves. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run this one right up the gun. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reeves. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Reeves. He's got Watkins on the out route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
Short pass tip, but caught anyway.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
In the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Reeves. And he will find his man on the outside.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Back to throw. Reeves. Touchdown!
Brevin Jordan
from 3 yards out.
And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
To try here for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Bishop. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They run the counter. It's Bishop.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
He finds his man complete. That's Bishop.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here's Lance to throw it. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. And Lance going to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Reeves. Again, that's Watkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now Lance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw. Lance. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bishop. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Throwing his Lance on third down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Back out comes San Antonio. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Reeves. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Looking to throw. Reeves. He finds his man. Complete. It's Flowers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Reeves.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reeves.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down.
Throwing again. Reeves.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Four yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. McGee, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
And Lance is throwing to the hands of Pickens. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely 1st down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Back out comes San Antonio. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Back to throw. Reeves. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Reeves over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Brevin Jordan
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the 1st half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants now going to take over late in this 1st half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Lance now on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on first down. Reeves. He finds his man. Complete. It's McGee.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Watkins. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Reeves. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second and a couple.
Lance. Pickens is there on the crossing route.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
A final shot before half for Lance.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second down now, it's McGee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, McGee, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Fielded at about the 28.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Back out comes San Antonio. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw on 2nd down. Long, throwing middle, and it's complete.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Long. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Here's Long to throw on 2nd down.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McGee. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's McGee. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Long now on 1st and 10.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's McGee, and he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 13-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Off play action, Long. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they are in an absolutely golden spot. It's 1st and goal following the fumble return.
They'll run on 1st down. McGee, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The extra point up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw on 3rd down, Burris. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
Looking to throw. Burris. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Now a second down and 6.
Back to throw. Burris. And this is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Burris. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out comes San Antonio. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McGee, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, McGee. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Up the middle they go. It's McGee. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Burris. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You're watching preseason football on EA Sports.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On 1st down, McGee. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McGee, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. To throw is Long. Throwing on first down. Able to slither by. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Let's go now. Rock low 80. And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Let's go.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start.
Hey, check back, Mike 6, Mike 6.
Looking to throw. Long. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. He takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. New York ready to go again offensively. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Burris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And you can say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Looking to throw on second down. Burris. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Back out comes San Antonio. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. McGee, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McGee.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run on first down. McGee, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. It's McGee, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Back to throw. Long. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And that is incomplete. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Back out comes San Antonio. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
132 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. McGee, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's McGee, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.